gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. Woo-hoo.
Hey, good evening, Rain Nation. Randy Gage coming to you live and in color from Provo, Utah, which of course is the worldwide headquarters of Rain International. I'm actually out here with Ann Feinstein this week, and we've been meeting with corporate on a whole bunch of exciting new initiatives the company's about to be unveiling and unleashing as we take this movement of seed source nutrition around the world. So welcome everybody. Good evening from here and wherever else you may be. This is our North American Leadership Academy. We do this every Thursday night at 8 Eastern. It is training for our associates to help them build a business, build a solid, successful business. But you might be somebody who's looking at the business who got invited. And if you are one of those people, welcome. We always feel like, hey, let's just be transparent. If somebody's looking at the business and they're not sure, let's just invite them on a Leadership Academy. You can see the kind of training we provide, the kind of support you can expect, and you kind of see what the business is about. And then it gives you a lot of great information to be able to decide if this is the right thing for you. So tonight is no different in that regard. It is different in the format. Usually we do 3 or 4 sections. We have a product training, we have a leverage training, we have a leadership training, and then we have some people who practice sharing their range stories and what the business or the products have meant for them. I'm doing something completely different tonight. It's going to be a little shorter than we normally do, and it's going to just be me all by my lonesome because we're traveling all week. We have these other things we're working on at corporate. So I just wanted to devote the whole section to how you build a solid Rain business. Just some kind of introductory thoughts to set the stage. Recruiting comes in peaks and valleys, right? There's times of the year, like right now, this is a great time of the year to be recruiting. Kids are back in school. Holidays are coming up soon. End of the year, people are looking at, okay, what kind of year did I have? How are my finances doing? How am I setting myself up for the next year? And so this is usually a time where we have pretty good recruiting before the holiday lull that happens for some people. But one of the things is there are some things you can do to even out those peaks and valleys that happen in recruiting by building foundational stuff. And that's what I want to share with you tonight, how you can create a steady residual income. And then what you're going to see is everything we're going to talk about tonight is based on how you do the foundational things for a part-timer who does this as a side gig business. So 10 or 12 hours a week, how to help people build the floor high enough so that they kind of have golden handcuffs that keep them in the business because they're like, I'm making this money and it's steady money. Why would I ever quit? I've got all my stuff paid for. So we're going to talk about doing that. And then what you see is that doing that builds the foundation that creates the big leaders, the people like myself and many of the other leaders you'll see in Rain who say, hey, I want to make this a career. I don't want just a side gig business. I would like to create a cash flow machine. I'd like to create a residual income engine that throws off a steady income to help me take care of myself and my loved ones. And you'll see that happens all, naturally, if we build this foundation. And in our business, the foundation of our business is the initial rank we call partners. So we're going to talk tonight about building the foundation with your partners and how that will allow the people who want to do it in a big way to do it in a big way. Now, RAIN is a weekly compensation plan, not a monthly one like some of the older companies. We get paid every week with RAIN, which is a great thing, particularly for people who, cash is an issue and they would like to get it more frequently, right? But that could kind of be a hassle, like, wow, do I have to qualify every single week at every single rank? But here's the thing with the RAIN compensation plan. They have this rolling average. So when you create the foundation, like we're talking about tonight, it's averaged out over the weeks of the month, so you're not crazy. So because the pay plan allows you to do this, you can do some incredible things with building this foundation. So let's break that down. I'm going to tell you, I believe it's a two-pronged strategy. And the first of these elements that we want to do for the strategy is to create a base of seed-sourced nutrition addicts. Okay, and I'm using addict in the most positive, impossible interpretation of that word. I just think of my friend Sydney, who, I was chatting on Facebook and she was telling me about these joint issues she had. She does yoga and stuff. And I told her, you've got to try a box of Bend. Here's a product made for joint and cartilage issues, made to improve flexibility, only vegan source of glucosamine I've ever seen. So anyway, she tried a box. That was 4 months ago, 5 months ago. And you know what? She's on subscription. She gets a box like that every month. Had another dear friend, my longtime assistant, her husband faced a serious health challenge. He was going through chemotherapy. The chemo was just wiping him out. I told him, hey, the inflammation that causes, we have two products, Rain Soul and Soul Red. Lab tested, show they reduce inflammation by 67%. Just when you lower your inflammation, your immunity goes up and your energy goes up. So I don't try to claim to cure any disease or product for them. I just said, hey, let's get Jeffrey on Soul and Soul Red so his energy goes up. And you know what? That was months ago, and they buy it every month. It's just story after story after story like that. When you talk to people and they're not interested in the business, then those are the people you say, hey, do you have any health goals or any wellness goals you haven't been able to achieve with your current routine? And that's what I call the turn question. So when somebody has let you know that they're not interested in the business, see, are there any wellness goals they'd like to get? And then you introduce them to the RAIN Rewards program. They become a customer. And like Cindy, like Jeffrey, like my other customers, they're like, wow, I have this subscription program, gives me points toward free product. Let me just set up a subscription. So that's the first prong, is build the solid customer base, because while recruiting goes in peaks and valleys, customers are constant. And when you introduce people to these RAIN products, they see the difference, they feel the difference, they fall in love with them, and they become addicts. Like my customers, they can't go a month without those products. Like, my name is Randy, and I'm a beet addict. Beet and pure and soul and 9 different products, 10 products that I want every day in my life, right? That's what the first prong is find those people who aren't interested in the business, but they would use the products, and you build that foundation. Prong number 2 of the strategy is find 5 to 10 people who are interested in the residual income, and then get them to what we call the tipping point. The tipping point means now they have those golden handcuffs that I talked about, meaning they're handcuffs, but they like them because what it is we've got their income to a point where they would never leave because they would be leaving money behind. So what our goal is to train them right, teach them the system, take them through that new associate orientation. So they understand the business, they get some customers right away, they get some builders right away. So you get 5 to 10 people and let them create some residual income. And this does not have, they don't have to be triple black rain diamonds. They don't have to be making $50,000 a month. I'm talking about some of these people, it's just getting them to the point of making $200 a month US or $400 a month. But the tipping point is when we get their income to the level where it pays for all their products, pays for whatever self-development and personal growth they want to do, and it pays for the major events. So when we have an Ascend weekend or a Go Diamond weekend, and it's a thing where they're going to buy a plane ticket and get, or a train ticket and a night in a hotel, and they're going to go to a day-and-a-half program, that they can take it out of their RAIN earnings, the RAIN bonus check, so they don't have to come out of pocket. Because if you keep them, they're using the products, they're doing their daily self-development, they come to the major events, they build their belief stronger, they develop more skills, they become just better building the business, their income goes up. And then they go into more events, they're learning more skills, their belief is getting stronger, they become more inspired, their income goes up. And it's a self-perpetuating circle of good. And that's how you lock in the floor or the foundation of the business. Build that customer base, and then 5 to 10 Jedi Padawan who want to build residual income, and just get them over the tipping point. All right, we're not going to make everybody a millionaire. Everybody's not going to make $50,000 a month. I know you hear hype like that from other companies. We're not doing that hype. Personally, I just tell people, hey, I want to help you get out of debt. Let's pay off your car. Let's pay off your credit cards. I would love to even get you to pay off your mortgage. Get yourself virtually debt-free. And that's kind of the culture we create in my team. And each team does their own thing. But basically, if you just follow this thing of, hey, if I can just get people over the tipping point, and you create the culture where people look for 5 to 10 people who will do that, it will create those people who build the multi-million-dollar businesses. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to give you 5 foundational actions to do this 2-prong approach. So this would be a good one. Get out your phone, jot it down wherever. These 5 behaviors. Number 1, set a subscription culture. Like I mentioned earlier, RAIN has this RAIN Rewards program, and they acquire, accumulate points every month, and they get products for less money, and then they can even earn free products. So customers and particularly associates, part of that new associate orientation is they choose their activation pack, right? The builder's pack or the leadership pack. But then you figure out what are the products you're going to be using every month and set up a subscription for that. Number 2 behavior is implementing the NAO, the new associate orientation. When you really go through that, they isolate their top 25 best candidates. They, set up their subscription. They get their ultimate lifestyle booklets and their vitality magazines, and they learn how to block off their calendar and what their daily method of operation is and their weekly method of operation. You implement that culture, and that immediately starts you on this process of building these partner lines. Number three is to utilize the ABCs book. Now, what is that book? That book is by a very famous author, one of my favorite authors in the world, a guy named Randy Gage. And the book is called The ABCs of MLM, and it is included in the starter kit here in North America. It's a short, fun read. You can literally read the whole book in 25 minutes or something. But anyways, divided into book one, book two, book three. Where I say utilize it is get your new people just to read book one, which, honest to God, they can do it in like 10 minutes. Get them to read that their first night before they're even contacting a candidate. And when they read that, and if you're a candidate looking and you're still thinking, ask the person who invited you to look at Rain, ask to borrow that book. And you yourself read book one. And because what that book does is it helps people understand the business, understand the benefits you get, understand the benefits you're able to provide for the people you're talking to, and it builds your belief. So utilize that book. Number four is to manage your calendar effectively. Now, everything we do, we want it to be duplicable. So we want to do the business in a way that the people we introduce to the business can get the same results. And the best way to do that is to start the business as a side gig, part-time, 10 to 15 hours a week. Everybody, if they're serious, everybody can find 10 to 15 hours a week. So when you manage your calendar effectively, you pull it out and you block them off. Every Sunday, I set aside about half an hour and I just plan my week. And I block off the hours that I will be working my Rain business. And you want to create the culture of that. And you want to always create a culture where there's a block of time every week just for inviting. So sending text, sending DM, emails, voice notes of people, asking them to look at the Seed of Prosperity video, the Vitality magazine, the Check It Out video, to watch a live stream, to watch a Be the Breakthrough presentation. You block off that time every week. And then the other thing is you block off two things every week. Every Thursday night, you block off this Leadership Academy, 8 p.m. Eastern. And every Saturday, you block off the Be the Breakthrough presentation for 11 a.m. Eastern. And for you guys who don't know, the Be the Breakthrough is it's an hour-long presentation on the benefits of the product line, the lifestyle, the business opportunity, how you make money with Rain, how you create residual income, the science behind seed source nutrition, and the kind of support structure people can get. So those two things every week, if you're serious about the business, you block off your calendar, and every Thursday night in North America, you have a Leadership Academy. Other markets may be a different night. And then every Saturday morning, you have a Be the Breakthrough presentation. Okay, number five, the last important really behavior is implement what I call the partner pledge. I told you earlier, this is kind of the foundation for the Rain business. Our first rank is partner. Very easy to get to. If you come in at the leadership level, You got someone on your left side that comes in at the leadership level. Somebody in your right side comes in at the leadership level. It's going to make you a partner. You're going to get $100 partner bonus, and it just starts everything ticking in terms of the compensation plan. Well, to get to the higher ranks, when you want to get to bronze director, you need like 3 partners. When you get to gold, you need 4. When you get to platinum, or maybe I think platinum even is just 4. And I think diamond is 5. And everything goes up, but it's based on the volume in your lesser leg and qualified partners you have. So the foundation of a solid RAIN business is partner lines. So one of the things you want to do is you create this partner pledge. So when I have a personal enrollee, this is what I tell them. I'm your partner. I'm here to work with you. I'm going to help you drive depth. I'm committed to work with you. I want to help you get down 10 levels deep. But what I require from you is your commitment that you're going to do the business 10 or 12 hours a week. You're coachable, you're willing to follow the system, and that you will commit to getting to and staying qualified at partner rank or above. So that, and this will be every top leader with RAIN will tell you, hey, the people I want to work with, the people I want to help, the people I know, it's very simple. We have a lot of people we could spend our time to. We have a lot of different long distance lines we could get on a plane or a train and go visit. And the thing we're going to do is we're going to work with the people who qualify as partner, because that's how you grow through, that's how the career path through the RAIN compensation plan works, is your number of qualified partner legs. So create that as a culture. Set that as an expectation. And then if you are serious, and do it tonight, in this, right after this meeting, you send a text to your sponsor and tell them, hey, I'm accepting the partner challenge. I want you to know every week on Tuesday night at midnight Central, when the week is closing and you're looking for what is the next rank you're going to break, and you're wondering, how many partner legs do I have qualified? I want you to know you don't ever have to worry about me. I will always be qualified, at least as partner. And how you do that is the 2 prongs we talked about at the start. Build that viable customer base, then find at least 5 people who want to do something with the business, and you'll never, ever, ever have to worry about being qualified as partner. All right, one last thing before I let you go, just some kind of housekeeping announcements. Remember, we have just opened Turkey. It is operational. It's pre-launch operations. There's still some glitches. Some of the credit cards aren't being approved from certain banks. And, but product is in stock. It's being shipped. Commissions are able to be earned. You're able to enroll people. So if you or anyone in your team knows people in Turkey, jump on that. In a couple of weeks, we have the pre-launch event for Bulgaria. I will be in Sofia, Bulgaria, with Aaron, our general manager there, with Travis Perry, the founder of RAIN, will be joining me there, and we will be doing a Friday night and all-day Saturday event. So if you know anybody there, get in your back office, check, and send people there. And then Travis is, before the Bulgaria event, he's going to Sarajevo, Ljubljana, Slovenia, Serbia, and Skopje, Macedonia. So any people that you have in those markets, man, get them to get a ticket, get them there to see Travis. Let me tell you, He's one of the most inspirational entrepreneurs you will ever meet. And so when you send people to those events, they hear about Seed Source Nutrition, they learn about how the business provides income and security and lifestyle rewards, and they meet Travis Perry in person, look in his eye, shake his hand, just see what he is about. Their life will never be the same again. And then, of course, remember this Saturday morning, 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central, 9 a.m. Mountain, 8 a.m. Eastern, really early in the morning in Hawaii, and in the evening for you guys in Europe and Malaysia and all those places around the world, our weekly international Be the Breakthrough presentation with translations into English, Spanish, Turkish, Serbian, so I don't know, a bunch. So, and we have amazing people, a really star-studded cast coming up this weekend. So be building, get people enrolled now, get them building to that, and then put that event to work for you. All right, thanks for spending this time with me. If you were invited as a guest, be sure and get back with the person who invited you, get any other questions you have answered. And if you like what you see, lock in a spot tonight, because timing and positioning, just due to the nature of the compensation structure, timing and positioning is important. And we're doing big things with Rain right now, and lots more coming down the pike. So jump on this. You guys who are already associates, don't be playing around. Don't be waiting for the end of the week. That's the other part about managing your calendar, by the way, is you don't wait until Tuesday to close out your week. The week closes at midnight on Tuesday. Make Wednesday your most important day of the week. Kick that week off, because the way you start the week is going to lead to the way you close the week. And then the way you close the week is how you open the next week. And you just create this cycle of prosperity and duplication to grow your business. All right. Thanks again for watching. Have an amazing night, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.
Shine bright.